Hey everyone, Minecraft just dropped the final update notes for version 1.1.9 a few days ago. So in this video, we won't be looking at mods. Instead, I'll be giving you a full rundown of what's coming in the next version. Let's dive in and check out the new features worth getting excited about. First off, copper finally got more uses since we can now craft armor, tools, and even weapons with it. And of course, the first thing everyone cares about is the copper pickaxe. I went ahead and tested it for you, and it turns out it works about the same as iron in terms of hardness. But here's the catch. If you try mining ores above gold level with it, you won't get any drops. So that's something to keep in mind. As for copper armor, it sits right between leather and chainmail. If you compare the sets side by side, you'll notice it provides slightly better protection than leather, but still falls a bit short of chainmail. Next up is the big highlight everyone's been waiting for, the copper golem. All it takes now is placing a carved pumpkin on top of copper blocks, and you'll summon a copper golem while also creating a copper chest at the same time. The golem will automatically scan nearby chests, and if it finds matching items inside, it'll neatly stack them together, basically acting as a little assistant for inventory management. Over time, though, the copper golem will slowly oxidize, and once it does, it turns into a statue. You can right-click it to cycle through 4 different poses, making it a perfect decorative piece for builds. On top of that, lanterns, torches, chains, and even bars can now be crafted from copper. Since everything made of copper eventually oxidizes, don't forget about lightning rods either. They now come in 8 different oxidized variations for even more building choices. The next change we're getting is the addition of shelves. They work a bit like item frames, letting us display up to 3 items at once. But there's one big difference. If we power them with redstone, we can cycle through all the displayed items at the same time. And if you look closely, you'll notice that dyes also got a new texture. They now look like they're wrapped in little paper packets, which honestly feels a lot cleaner and more polished. Finally, if we head into the end, we'll notice a few atmospheric changes. Every so often, strange noises echo through the void, and beams of light occasionally shine across the sky, briefly illuminating the dimension. It's a subtle but immersive touch that makes the end feel more alive and mysterious. Deep in the ocean, we can now encounter a brand new mob, the Nautilus. Unlike other sea creatures, this is actually the first aquatic mob that can be tamed in an official update. By feeding it pufferfish, we can win its trust, and once tamed, we can even saddle it and ride it. When mounted, the Nautilus grants its rider the breath of the Nautilus, a powerful ability that gives us infinite oxygen underwater, making deep sea exploration and underwater building far more practical. It also comes with a sprint move that lets us dash forward for a burst of speed. And with some practice, we can even use it to leap out of the water. Just like horses, the Nautilus can be equipped with armor, ranging from copper all the way up to netherite, offering multiple tiers of protection. But there's a dangerous twist. Zombie variants of the Nautilus also exist, and some of them spawn carrying drowned knights on their backs. If you're unlucky, those knights might even come armed with tridents, turning them into formidable underwater elites. And pufferfish aren't just for taming anymore. Feeding 2 nautiluses, some pufferfish will allow them to breed, producing baby nautiluses, and they can also be used in brewing to create water-breathing potions. On land, we now have access to a brand new weapon, the spear, crafted from 2 sticks and an iron ingot. Like other vanilla weapons, it comes in multiple tiers, but what makes it stand out are its 2 distinct attack styles. When wielding it, we can perform both thrusts and charges, with the charge attack scaling its damage based on our movement speed. The faster we move, the harder we hit. If we choose to hold the spear steady instead, it delivers knockback and can even unseat mounted enemies, giving it a lot of situational uses. Switching over to nighttime, zombie horses will now naturally appear in survival, no longer limited to spawn eggs. Overall, there's quite a lot packed into this new version. Personally, I'm really looking forward to it, and hopefully this video gives you a clear picture of how these new mobs and items will actually work in-game.